In this video, we are to take the information about how should we get object or how do we find object. Subject, verb and object. So I gave information about subject. How should we get subject? Special video I made and you all responded very well. So again, another video I made regarding verb. There are 5 forms of verb. So special video I made. So in this video, third element which we use while constructing the sentences. So you know subject, you know verb. Now we are to get information that how should we get object. Okay, object. So friends, subject, you know it. So like this, object means what? Karma. Karma, object means what? So objects receive the actions of verb. Objects receive the actions of verb. So means object means what? So actions, which actions you are indicating. So those actions are performed on objects. So in simple language, objects means receive the actions of verb. Okay, ज्याच्यावर क्रिया केल्या जाते. So if you get the idea that how should we get object, so easily you can use the sentence construction of passive voice. Because in passive voice, this element of the sentence construction is used at the beginning of sentence. In the chapter of passive voice, I will explain. Okay, now just I have to give information that how should we get object. Okay, now look, I write an example. For example, I teach English. Okay, I teach English. So you know this is subject, doer or performer. Who? I. Then verb, action word, teach, and then object. So how should we get object? Now I have to inform you. Okay, you identified English is an object here, but how? So with the help of what? I am writing here, with the help of what? What do I teach? This is the object. English. Okay, now look, again I am writing sentence. I teach students or learners. English. You can use students, learners. Okay, so I teach learners English. And if you get any difficulty, you can use students if this is not familiar to you. Okay, so now look. Huh. Easy, easy word. I teach students English. So, same object I used, and another word, students, that is also an object. Means in first sentence construction, I used one object, and in second sentence construction, I used two objects. Two objects. Now look. First sentence construction, I teach English. So that time I informed with the help of what? With the help of what? We got our object English. Here, yes, no doubt, with the help of what we are getting our object English, and there is also another object. So with the help of whom? With the help of whom? Means I teach English. What English? In this sentence, I teach students English. Some students also write this sentence like this: I teach English to students. Just I am changing the sequence of object. Look carefully. So I changed the sequence. Pay your attention here. I teach English. What English? Okay. I teach students English, or I teach English to students. So here we are getting two objects with the help of what and with the help of whom. Means in a sentence there may not be object. For example, he is running. He is running. Is there any object? No. There is no object. Okay. Like this, I teach English. Is there any object? Yes. What? English. Means there may not be object. There may be one object, or there may be two objects. Second sentence, I teach students English. Okay. Additional information: when you construct question with the help of what, that time you get object, but that may be non-living thing, like this. Non-living thing. Okay, answer of what. And when you construct a question with the help of whom to get an object, that may be living thing. That may be living thing, students. But another example I am taking. Now look. I would like to say, I have gifted a book. I have gifted a book. And now find out object. What? A book. How many objects are there? Only one. Now I am using another example. Look. I have gifted him a book. Look, I have gifted him a book. So in this sentence, yes, a book, there is same object, but again I have used him, and that is also an object. Now look, if there are two objects, if there are two objects, so answer of what? Answer of what? What? A book is called direct object. If there are two objects, so when you construct question with the help of what, means you may get direct object. Okay, what? A book means it is direct object. And when you construct a question, if there are two objects, when you construct a question with the help of whom to get an object, that time answer may be what? Answer may be indirect object. Answer is indirect object. Is it clear? If there are two objects, so when you construct question with the help of what, you get object that is called direct object. And when you construct question with the help of whom, with the help of whom, so that object is called indirect object. Means now there are two objects, direct object and indirect object. Direct object and indirect object. Okay. Is it clear? Okay. Now there is also one point I would like to explain. Nowadays, objects of preposition or prepositional object, it is third. Now look, objects of preposition or prepositional object, I am writing here. Look, for example, I put my mobile on the table or bed, you can use. I put my mobile on the table. Here, this is also object, no doubt, mobile. But on this, so here it is preposition. So object is table of preposition on. Be conscious. On preposition and on's object is here table. Means we know indirect object, direct object, but we must know prepositional object. Prepositional object. Again, I am taking one example of prepositional object. Look, prepositional object. You know this direct object, indirect object. So a baby fell over, baby fell over, I am writing here, the rail. So a baby fell over, this is preposition, and rail is an object of this preposition. Means now I cleared how many objects are there? 3. Direct object, indirect object and prepositional object. Okay, there may not be object in the sentence construction. I had given example. For example, he is running, I am sleeping, like this. When you stop these sentences, or he is going, so there is no object. बर, चालते. म्हणजे वाक्यांमध्ये ऑब्जेक्ट कर्म असेलच असं काही नाही. ओके, go ahead. Then there may be one object, that is called direct object. Okay, and if there are two objects, दोन objects आहेत, if you get answer of what, that is called direct object. I have written here direct object. This is not do, that is direct object. And answer of whom, answer of whom, here I have written whom, answer him. This is called indirect object. Right, Lakshat? So whenever you try to get object, and suppose you do not have confidence, so think, take your time. If you get answer of what and whom, mangach object ahe, otherwise there is no object. I hope you like this video. Okay, I will stop here. Thank you.